channel. My name is Kristen. If you're new here, thanks for joining. Today I'm going to be doing some meal prep. It's 4:26 where I am. We finished our school for the day. We went and drove into the big city and got Starbucks, and I'm just gonna see how much I can get done in the time that I have, and I thought I would film this for you because we've really been loving watching some meal prep videos. So this is my fridge back here. It is a pretty good sized fridge for an RV, but it's not enough room to do like the individual containers where you prep meals for a whole week. So what I've been doing that works pretty well is just prepping some meal components, like things that are easy to toss onto a salad or put with meat for a full meal or add to a quick school lunch, and definitely probably making some muffins. So we'll see how much we can get done in the time that we have today. The first thing that I'm going to go ahead and get started is hard-boiled eggs. I'm just going to add a cup of water to our Instant Pot with the trivet in it there, and as many eggs as I can fit in a single layer. We'll use these for deviled eggs or egg salad, or what else do we use this for? To put it in like a Cobb salad. I just like having eggs ready for the week, and this is the easiest way that I have found to do it. I think I can fit one more. I'll put the lid on, and I like to do mine for 6 minutes on manual. So I'll go ahead and get these started, and then I'll start on something else. Okay, while the eggs are cooking in the Instant Pot, I'm going to start our Flourless peanut butter chocolate chip muffins. These are a long-time family favorite. You can kind of make them the way that you want. I think you could use any nut butter. We've done almond butter and peanut butter. Almond butter gets pretty spendy because you'll see there's a lot of it in it, but we like to use this organic peanut butter from Costco because there's no added sugar in it. And then you could always use like Lily's or Enjoy Life chocolate chips if you wanted less sugar in the chocolate chip part also. Alright, so to make these, I put 2 cups of peanut butter in a bowl. I hope you can hear me. We've got the AC on. It's getting pretty hot here today in East Texas. And I've got the oven on, which is not very quiet. And then I'm going to add half a cup of honey. We get this from Costco too. Just local raw honey. I always try to meal prep these ahead of time, and then as soon as they're done, everybody wants to eat them, including me. Right? Alright, I'm going to add 4 eggs. We have an abundance of eggs. Bonus points if you get it on your shirt. Extra bonus points if you get it in the batter. No! Oh man. Alright, and then I'm going to mix this up before I add the magic ingredients. So there's 3 things so far. I'm going to get it like mostly mixed up, and then add a teaspoon of baking soda. And our eggs are still building up to pressure, which is good. And mix that in. These make like a, how would you describe these? They've got a really good texture to them. Yeah. It almost tastes like dessert because it's peanut butter and chocolate.
Yeah, for a little bit less. It tastes like a dessert.
Yeah, you could make them paleo if you change the chocolate chips out for one of the others I mentioned. Okay, and then the last main ingredient before the chocolate chips is 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. again, Costco. And that's going to make it bubble up and make it kind of a fluffy batter. Trying to stir it off the counter so it doesn't shake the whole place. I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to fluff up a little bit. And then, where are my chocolate chips at? Here they are. I was using them to hold up my phone earlier. Just however many chocolate chips you want. We do a pretty good amount. I think I've actually got half Lily's in there and half of the Costco chocolate chips. Because the Lily's are kind of spendy, but I do like having it with them so that it's like half the sugar in the chocolate chips. And it's going to kind of look like loose cookie dough. That's probably about how we like it. I've got the oven set to 350, or it's getting up there, and a little helper putting muffin cups in. One of the things I want when we get a full house is a big old muffin tin sheet, whatever it's called. Well, these about yay full. Holding it for me there, baby. And we'll pop them in for about 15 minutes. All right, my oven is almost preheated. Meanwhile, these eggs just finished, so I'm going to release the pressure and put them in an ice bath. You don't have to put them in an ice bath, but I have found that it helps them peel a lot easier. Some people just fill up the main pot with cold water. And you can do that, but this just makes peeling easier, which I feel saves time in the long run. I have enlisted some help peeling these. I found that they are easiest to peel if you can get to them very shortly after you put them in the ice bath. I just got some muffins in. They've got 14 more minutes, so we're kind of cleaning up in between. Meanwhile, while she's peeling the eggs and the first batch of muffins are in, I'm going to start making some black bean salsa. I'm going to rinse and drain 2 cans of black beans and then chop up some veggies and make a little, like a vinaigrette to go on it. I think I'm going to just do thin slices for a Make-Ahead veggie recipe that we're also going to put together. Okay, that's all I need. Just gonna make these they're really thin. Chop them a little bit bigger. Go. I've got 2 cans of black beans. This is some corn that was in the freezer that I heated up. It's probably about 2 cups, and I think I'll probably add all of it. And then I've got about half of a very large red onion. So I didn't have anything smaller. And we've got 2 avocados. I'll see if that's enough here in a minute. And some fresh cilantro. I think that's, oh, and then I'll chop up a tomato and add it too. Just pulled the first batch of muffins out. This is kind of what they look like. It is 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna get another batch of muffins in and then get back to finishing that black bean salsa. My daughter finished these eggs. Thank you, baby. They look great. I'm gonna get these stuck in the fridge. you right now. Case in point. I've got the last batch of muffins in the oven. I'm almost done with the black bean salsa. I started on a Make-Ahead Veggie Salad. The eggs are in the fridge. And yeah, we'll keep going, see how much we can get done. Finishing up the tomatoes for the black bean salsa, and also the Make-Ahead Veggie Salad that I'm making uses tomatoes, so I'm soaking those with the cilantro in this Thieves cleaner. I've already rinsed it a couple times, but I'll go ahead and chop up the not potatoes, tomatoes for the Make-Ahead Veggie Salad, and I'm going to chop them up a little bit bigger for that. I just pulled the last muffin out of the oven, and I'm almost done with the black bean salsa, but since I'm chopping tomatoes anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and chop these up for this Make-Ahead Veggie Salad. I kind of like bigger chunks in it, and it's just a salad. It's gonna have like a marinade on it. Alright, I am adding the cilantro to the black bean salsa, but I'm also just kind of roughly chopping some up for some ranch dressing that I'm hoping to have time to make. Alright, this is finished. I'm just going to stir it up. I got the black beans, the red onion, the about 2 cups of corn. I put 2 large tomatoes in there diced up without the seeds, 2 avocados, a whole bunch of cilantro, and then I just added a teaspoon of salt, and about 3 or 4 tablespoons of lemon juice, a little olive oil, maybe a tablespoon, and some red wine vinegar, also about a tablespoon. And I'm gonna pack this up and get it in the fridge. Trying to film in a camper with limited space is no joke, and I have to give a shout out to my kids. They're here watching a movie with no volume. They're being amazing. Probably won't do this very often, but I'm going to put this black bean salsa in a gallon bag because we're short on fridge space. So maybe in a day or 2 I'll be able to put it into the Tupperware, but I think I'm going to need those for something else. So real life, small space living. The last thing I think I'm going to have time for today is this Make-Ahead Veggie Salad. It's got the onions I sliced, and let's see, that's about half of a large onion, and this is all divided between the 2. 4 tomatoes, mostly de-seeded, 1 bell pepper, and a large English cucumber. The cilantro's from the black bean salsa, made it in there somehow. And then I just sprinkled some cayenne pepper and some pepper on top, just a tiny bit, you can see. The marinade that goes over it is 2 tablespoons of honey, 3/4 a cup of apple cider vinegar, 1/4 a cup of water, and 1½ teaspoons of celery salt. So just gonna pour this over these, and these just make a really good side. I really like Make-Ahead vegetable dishes that don't have any lettuce in them. That's all I've got time for today. It is 5:50, but I had a lot of interruptions. I had a neighbor come over twice, a couple of phone calls. I let the kids take over the kitchen for a few minutes to make a snack. If you don't have all of those interruptions, I think this could go pretty quickly. We made Flourless peanut butter chocolate chip muffins. We made hard-boiled eggs, Make-Ahead, like a marinated veggie salad, and we made the black bean salsa. So that's what I had time in the little over an hour I had to do that today. If you guys like this kind of video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you want to see more content like this. I'll see you next time.